Welcome, welcome, welcome. What up, what up, what up? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Hope everybody's good. Man, we in here, man. We in here. Welcome back. My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you could tune in. Yes, it's good to have you in the house. Just checking a couple things. I'm trying to figure out how to set a goal. I never set a goal up here before. Maybe that's what we'll say. We'll say, 1 second, y'all. I wanna get good at this. Hold on. I'll host a Q&A. I don't even know the QA session. I guess that's what you do. Then you go start go. All right. There it is, I guess. What's up, people? Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, so we're in the building. We back here tonight. Hope the mic is okay. Looks like it's all right. And I want to welcome the Tim Black Wolfpack, as always, in the house. What's up, Wolfpack? I want to say what's up to my moderators. Let me see if they're in the building tonight. I don't know. Buck Billy's in the house. What's up, Buck? How you doing, Buck? Good to have you, bro. Anybody heard from Black Mamba? Hope she's doing okay. I know she got some family situations. I hope that works out. Wow. So welcome to Tim Black Wolfpack and all the people that are tuning in, man. We're on all the platforms tonight. We're still going on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on X. So we're doing the rounds, man. That's what's up. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, fam. And I'm checking out my people, man. I got my people in the house. What's up, Woggy? What's up, Arlene Chambers and Elizabeth and Don and Truth Seeker? Good to have you as always. And yeah, thank you, Buck. I appreciate it, fam. And X, what's up, fam? X. Quince Randolph in the building. What's up, Quince? Welcome back, fam. It's gonna be crazy tonight, man. It's crazy every night, though, man. I gotta admit, we be getting kind of, we be doing the thing here, man. I'm proud of us. What's up, Chris P? What's up, Brenda Starr? How you doing? In the building, in the building, in the building. Yo, Elizabeth Looney and Kat Negrita's in the house. Welcome to you. Volvo to love. Volvo to love. Look at that. Volvo to love. My brother-in-law, him and his wife, man, my sister, man, they had a Volvo back in the day, man. They were that couple, man. Rest in peace, Uncle Whit. I know he's my brother, but you know, Uncle Whit and Uncle Yo-Yo, man, rest in peace. Megs, what's cracking? How you doing, Megs? How you feeling, Megs? So look, man, oh, wow. Whoa, off the break. What's up, man? Dana came back, Wolfpack. Hold on, man. Let me set the tone with Dana, man. This is, I didn't expect that, man. Dana, you too good for us, man. Oh, okay. Well, you know I had to cover him, right? Hey, Dana, you know I had to cover him, right? So he got his wake-up call at UC Berkeley. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Dana. Hold up. Folks don't know what I'm talking about. Where's the comment? I want to put this on the screen, man. Hold on a second, y'all. Dana said, she need to apologize. Let me set the record straight. This old lady, you owe you an apology. I gave some wrong info. Officer Tatum did get his wake-up call, but it was at UC Berkeley. UC Davis, not Berkeley. Oh, okay. At UC Davis. Okay. Man, yeah, he's that brother, man, is, hey, Dana, I hate to say somebody's irredeemable. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, Dana, these people are so horrible, sis. I don't know. It's like they need the ghosts of Christmas past to come visit them. I mean, they're bad, Dana. Give it up for Dana, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just Officer Tatum, but Officer Tatum, he's horrible, but so is this guy, Rob Smith. Yeah, Rob Smith, he's a black conservative. He's horrible, man. He's sis. Him is garbage. He is garbage. Like really bad. He's as bad as Officer Tatum. And, you know, that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's a dilemma. I got a dilemma, and I'm gonna work it out in real time with the people here, man. We're gonna chop it up with the people, and we're gonna work this out. We're gonna come to an understanding, and we're gonna address it live right here on the Tim Black Show, man, because we got to talk about it. Check it out, guys. You see the topic tonight: Carmelo Anthony family speaks up, and why conservative media is garbage. Yeah, it's garbage, man. I'm trying to tell you. And look. I don't know what it is. So look, check this out, guys. So you know me, man. I've been I was a progressive, right? So my algorithm, the algorithm that usually follow me on these platforms is mostly progressive lefties, right? And that's changed. You know what I'm saying? That's changed. And now because I'm so anti-Democratic Party, which I think is you know, I got no problems. I'm good with that. I tell you. I let people know off the break, you know. I'm a Democratic Party hater, and I'm proud of it. I say Black America needs to get away from the Democratic Party. The reason why I focus on Black America getting away from the Democratic Party is because we're the one giving them our votes. Black America votes for Democrats without even looking at who's on the ballot. A lot of Black America, a lot, when I say the majority of Black America, the overwhelming majority, we like 90% of Black Americans vote for the Democratic Party no matter who run it. It could be Jimmy Carter, it could be Obama, it could be Clinton, it could be Hillary, it could be Biden, it don't matter. It could be a blank space and just say Democrat and they would vote for it. They would just go down their ticket and just go dim. So when you got a group of people, when you have a group of people that's voting like that, why would you ever negotiate with them? Why would you ever even listen to anything they had to say? Like, why would you listen to their complaints? You see what they do. Now, I know, like, you would think, okay, nah, man, you know, if you got that type of loyal constituency, then you should listen to them. They should be the first people you listen to. You should do as much as possible for them because obviously they're the people that got your back. Wrong. Because see how it works is the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And all the other groups are making demands. So what happens is you got one group that you go, oh, they're good. We got them. They're in the pocket. Let's go out and get the people that are hard to get. We already got them. They're an afterthought. We need to go over here and get these folks that going to give us some trouble. See what I'm saying? It's like, ladies, you have like a nice guy. You know, if you got a nice guy that you know is always going to be there for you, back in your heyday, when you was a little wilder, you know, when you were just, you know, having a good time. You know, you want the dangerous guy. You know, you want the guy that's harder to get. Feel like you did something. And you knew that the nice guy was always going to be waiting in the friend zone. You know, in the friend zone, sitting there waiting on you. Yeah, he'll sit on the phone for 2 hours with you while you talk about the other guy. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about him. He always gonna be there. Well, see, that's kind of how it works in politics. So we got a real problem. But here's the dilemma, right? Here's my new dilemma. Now that my timeline on these social media platforms puts me in proximity to conservatives, I get to see them closer than I've ever saw them before. Folks, they are horrible. This is how bad they are. They're so bad. They'll lie. Just lie. No, they're lying. They're not being fooled. They will just lie. They're not being fooled. They will lie and continue to lie. They're not good people. Now, this is not everybody, but it sure is like 90% of them. I mean, geez, it is bad. It is bad. Like, no ethics. And I'm trying to tell you, man, both parties really, they are horrible, man. Both parties suck. But you got to understand something. The level of not caring about the truth, I've never witnessed it on this level. I've never witnessed such a determined, like, I don't care about no damn truth. I ain't here for the truth. I ain't trying to tell no truth. I just want to put some money in my pocket. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And other people in the conservative area be like, yeah, that's how we roll, man. It's all good. They co-sign each other's lying to everyone. They don't care who get hurt. They don't care if it's disrespectful. They don't care about anything. They have no soul. You hear what I'm telling you? They have no soul. They do not care, folks. I never witnessed this before. I said I've never witnessed this before. Yeah, it is bad, folks. It's worse than I thought it was. And I could have never known it without seeing it up close. Because now that I'm the Democratic Party hater guy, there are other people that I never really talked to, but they started following me more. Right? And because we have some of the same talking points about how the Democrats are, now I see their content more. Whoa. This story right here, this story of Carmelo Anthony has exposed something about them I didn't know. I had no idea they were this bad. Now, I had a feeling they were bad, but not this bad. How everybody gonna lie? How is everybody a lie? Like, how do you just lie? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you cut from a certain cloth, you know the stuff come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not afraid of lawsuits. They're not afraid of their people going, I'm never going to listen to this guy again. He's a liar. See, look, I criticize the hell out of the progressives. But I tell you something about progressive audiences. If you lie intentionally, they will write you off. Not the conservatives. If you are lying on their behalf, if you lie but you end up on the side that they want you to be on, they don't care if you lie. You understand what I'm saying? If they feel that you are lying to benefit their team, they don't care. In fact, they'll support it. Folks, I ain't never seen that like this, man. There's no, these people are just, look, We're not going to talk in abstract terms. I'm going to show you, okay? I'm going to show you tonight exactly what I'm talking about as we talk about Carmelo Anthony in the press conference that the family gave today. It's a perfect illustration of what I'm talking about. Right? Perfect. So so it'll be all laid out. You're going to see it for yourself. Tonight our goal is 400 likes. Hit the like button for us, y'all. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Tim Black Mug. It's all nights. TimBlackMug.com is where you get a mug. Order it, I pack it, ship it, and I'll pay the shipping, okay? To your door for $20. The Tim Black Mug. Dishwasher, microwave, hater safe, okay? Let's get into this and let's have this conversation, okay? I'm going to prove it to you. The level of deceit and treachery, I ain't never seen it this vast. Okay? Let's go.
On deck with Tim Black.
If you take a look at your screen now, what you are looking at is video of Jeff Metcalf being escorted out of the co-working space where the Next Gen Action Network's office is by Dallas Police. You see that there. Jeff Metcalf, the gentleman who was wearing the sunglasses and the blue shirt, who's being escorted out, is the father of Austin Metcalf, who was the teenager who was stabbed and killed in tracking 2 weeks ago. He is being asked to leave, escorted out of a press conference that is being held where the parents.
Okay, so just so people understand what's happening here, the Carmelo family held a press conference. And at the beginning of their press conference, Metcalf, the father, I think his name is John or Jeff, I don't know his first name. Mr. Metcalf shows up, the father of the deceased. Austin Metcalf's father shows up at the press conference for the Anthonys, which is not open to the public. It's not like anybody could just go to it. But he knew where it was, and he just showed up, just went in, and I've never seen that before. Folks, I've been covering black, breaking news for about 13, 14 years. I've never seen this before, ever. I've never seen a family have a press conference and the other side show up at the press conference and stand, they would never want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen this happen before. Never seen it happen before. Not in, I never saw the family of, Dylan Roof. They never showed up at the press conference of the parishioners that were slain, or the other way around. I didn't see the family of Jordan Neely show up at a Daniel Penny press conference, or I didn't see the family of Derek Chauvin, or show up at George Floyd, or George Floyd's people go to Derek Chauvin thing. It's never been that way. We didn't see Trayvon Martin's people at a George Zimmerman thing, or Zimmerman at a Trayvon Martin. It's never been done. And back to my point about the conservatives, they are so horrible. They'll tell their people like it's regular for what this guy did today. Once again, I've never seen it. If I saw it, I'd tell you, I've never seen it. I can't say it's never happened, but I could say it's not common, because if it was common, I would have seen it before. I've never seen it. So he basically crashed their press conference. He could be strapped. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what's going on with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Their son unalived his son, and he goes to their press conference. Talk about uncomfortable. Talk about against the grain. You know what I'm saying? And people are making active death threats, not to him, but to them. And he shows up there. Come on, Johnson. When I saw him do this, I said, see, this thing could blow up and become really a problem. This could seriously become a major problem. More than just what it is now, but a major, super major problem, like could cause a natural, an event could happen. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And when I saw that the conservatives were carrying a narrative like, poor guy, poor Mr. Metcalf, look how they treated him at somebody else's press conference. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's like they're like trying to make him a victim because he was asked to leave somebody else's press conference. I said, damn, these people have there is no chill, there is no ethics, there is no guidelines, there's no integrity, there's no honesty, there's no calling it straight. They don't care about reality. And they'll lie like I care, guys, like I can't come up here and just lie to you. They'll just lie. And not tell their people, well, you know, really people don't really do this. What he did was kind of unorthodox. They won't even say that. Instead, they'll say, how dare they throw him out of there? He's a good Christian man who showed up there to show love and respect. And look how they treated him. They're pampering these blacks. Look how they're pampering these blacks. They're getting coddled. Get what I'm saying? Man, let's keep going, but I want you to understand the gravity of what you're witnessing here. Once again, unprecedented. As Stephen A. Smith would say, the unmitigated gall. Not just of him, but the people that reported on it. To make it seem like this is normal and that he's a victim because he's been asked to leave someone else's press conference that he was not invited to.
Of the child who was accused of killing Metcalf's child are expected to speak.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we've seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words, don't quote anybody, is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words, okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what going on, that was disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a black man, as a father, as a protector, community, in children. There are 4 critical points I must address today, and I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family. The Carmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go. Let's be clear, the family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false, lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Carmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative.
Okay, I want to pause right there because I want to all consider what we're talking about here. I knew, if you watch this show, you'll know, if you watch my content where I reported on this, I didn't know exactly how Give, Send, Go works, but I knew GoFundMe takes a while to process money. I knew that was BS when they said they got their money and they did this and they did that and they did the other thing. They went out and bought an Escalade. They went out and did this. They went out and did that. They went out and did all these things. I was like, how did they do that? All it takes is contacting the company to find out what took place. And we're talking about news entities that did not do any due diligence at all. And I saw people all across the internet listening to conservative media saying these people went and bought a house. And then I looked at the house and I saw that there were pictures of the house that they currently live in. Like, they had a nice house to begin with. They just think that all black people, the fallacy that all black people are struggling. Not everybody is. Some people have nice things. But the conservatives made it seem like this was all a come up for them and that they took the money and went out and went shopping. And this is what they do. They took BLM and they applied to everybody black, no matter who that black person is. The conservative media took what BLM did and applied it to everybody black in every organization. It's the same thing they did with DEI in affirmative action. They took it and applied to everybody black. It don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter what you've accomplished. They said, black, and they apply it to you. They took these parents, this family, and said, just like BLM, they took the money and it's a scam. I saw countless conservative media, independent media, repeating a bold-faced lie without doing any fact-checking, nothing. Zero fact-checking, zero credibility, zero sources, nothing. Just said it and been repeating it for the last 3 or 4 days. Constantly repeating it on every platform. What's worse than that, a lot of them were black. So don't think I'm just saying this about a bunch of white folks. Yeah, it was a lot of white folks, but it was a lot of black folks looking to make some money, looking to make inroads with the Trump MAGA people. Just making up stuff. I mean, folks, I want you to understand the level of disgusting that these people were, man. I'm talking about people making content like, I want to apologize to white America for what these people did, what these black people did, and why are black people so dumb, and why do black people want to try to scam us, and what's wrong with you black people? Don't you know when you getting scammed by black people? And it's like, no ethics, no integrity, no anything. Folks, typically I wouldn't have noticed this. Not at the level that I've seen this. Folks, I've never seen it this bad before. Now I'm pretty sure it was bad doing George Floyd, and it was bad doing Breonna Taylor. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy. My algorithm did not let these people pop up as much. But if you're on X, all they do is send you this stuff. If you're me, all I've been getting all week is liars who are conservative, making up stuff, smearing the Anthony family with unfounded nonsense. Once again, guys, I have not seen it this bad before. I'm not going to say it hasn't been bad like this. I haven't seen it this bad. They've been smearing the hell out of this family. As if white folks, when they have a lawsuit, don't raise money. Dylan Roofs raised money. I said Dylan Roof raised money, and he went into a church, or money was raised on Dylan Roof's behalf, I should say. And he went into a church and killed black people that were unarmed while they were praying. Conservatives didn't get that shut down. I think it was eventually shut down, but it wasn't shut down because conservatives complained. It wasn't shut down because those conservative commentators and media people and independent media, conservative independent media, conservative black independent media went and complained. No, that's not why. They were quiet. They won't step out of line for us. Let's keep going, guys, but I want you to know just how bad this was.
The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like
I want you to check this out. This is the part you got to understand. See, there are going to be people that dismiss what I'm saying. They're going to say, oh, Tim Black, man, this is just dirty business that goes on in the media space. This is what people do. They make up stuff, Tim, to make money. This happens all the time. Or these people, maybe they went on bad information, Tim. Oh, Tim, you're taking it too serious. Now, you have to understand. This was a strategy. They wanted to disenfranchise the Anthony family. They wanted to hurt the Anthony family for being able to raise money. And one way you do that is you stigmatize it. You stigmatize and dissuade people from wanting to give money because you tell them it's a scam. This is not, no, man. Folks, if you open a business and people flood Yelp and say your food was bad and they never ate your food, that's different than people that ate your food who are honestly reporting that they didn't like it. Now, if a group of people flood your comments or review section of your business and say they got bad food and bad service and I saw roaches and I got mugged outside and a person put hair in my food and all this stuff and they never even went to your restaurant. Folks, that's what they did here. They are sabotaging the ability of the Anthonys to raise money to have an adequate defense. I need you to understand. This is the dirtiest of the dirty. This is so underhanded. This is lower than low. These people are scum. How bad? Let me describe. Okay, so behind a carryout, there's a carryout up the street from where I'm at right now. There's a carryout. Traditional carryout. They got a big dumpster sitting behind the back of the carryout. Occasionally, when you pull up around it, if you pull up around the carryout, you might see cats, stray cats that hang around the dumpster because a dumpster, behind a dumpster will attract rodents. Okay? Rodents will get into the dumpster to go after the food that's put into the dumpster. The cats come to eat the rodents. What's underneath the trash can is sediment. The sediment is like maggots and scum and slithering, disgusting, bacteria-laden germs and creatures that slither and just horrible detritus, leftover. I'm talking about beneath the sediment, underneath the garbage cans, underneath the dumpster, that is never clean because it's too heavy. Like for a second when it's dumped and they put it back, the sediment that's underneath the can, which is the can is on top. The dumpster's on top, and in the dumpster goes the garbage and the cans, and the rats get in. But underneath it, that's where the real filth resides. Folks, what I'm trying to tell you is that the media, the people that would spread a lie like this about people they don't know that have done nothing to you, to them, they are the sediment underneath that garbage can. They are the algae. I don't even know what it is. They are the microbes. These are the slithering worms and maggots beneath the garbage can. That's what they are. They're not the rats. They're not the cats. They're not the flies. They're not the gnats. They are the slithering, disgusting bugs that slide around beneath the dumpster. I haven't witnessed this. You know, I don't be rocking with those type of people. I know they exist, I imagine. But they hang out with each other. They're cool with one another. They do it intentionally. It's what I'm trying to tell you. These people, they're people, but they're the worst kind of people in the media game. People that are wrong intentionally to hurt others. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying, folks? I might get something wrong. If I get something wrong and I know about it, I got to come out and tell you because I have ethics. Like if I get something wrong, it'll never be intentionally, I want to get it wrong. Nah, if I get it wrong, I want to correct it because I care that you know I'm trying to produce content that's of a certain caliber. I'm a grown-up man. I'm a father and a husband and a son. And I'm a proud person. And if I put out content and I know it's wrong, I'm going to go correct it. These people put out content they know is wrong before they put it out. And they put it out with the intention of hurting people. They intentionally put out bad content. When it's discovered that it's bad, they don't care. They triple down on the lie. Because that's the intention of putting it out to begin with.
TMZ was able to call, give, send, go. Everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed, okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud. All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud, okay? The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to $11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Carmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the families and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe.
Okay, so there was a lot of nonsense out there about the funding and about them trying to create an account under GoFundMe. You can't create an account for GoFundMe for this purpose. GoFundMe does not participate in this type of fundraising, okay? So let me try to fast forward a little bit here.
But Carmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate, okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Carmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation. That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. It does not have to explain. Let me say this about the 4th, and let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent, I know you know this is all law, is because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to. Okay? We can't talk about it. So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So America, that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the black struggle in America. This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She put herself through school, she raised her family.
Okay, in this portion of the press conference, Dominique Alexander, he's discussing the judge. Now, the judge has received death threats hurled in her direction for lowering the bail. When she reduced the bail from $1 million to $250,000, there were a number of people that reached out to her and threatened her life. So he's responding to that in this press conference.
She did everything. I'm a registered Democrat. Proud. I'm the chair of the Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman. And to call her leftist is just downright. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson, Carmelo Anthony can get a $250,000. If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards, all white officers, why couldn't Carmelo Anthony be entitled? A child with no background, no criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none whatsoever, be placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial. We will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be separate from the legal process because we want to make sure that Carmelo Anthony's due process. This is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. That's in the district attorney's hands, okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things. And we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case, okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know. I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby. You ain't gotta inbox me, you ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm gonna bring this mother, Kayla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she read this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Carmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband worked hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds, and it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution, we believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm gonna show something up of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields, never heard of this one. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Carmelo Anthony posted on something that shows, posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm gonna say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums. It will come out. They have a more than well-capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family. And I want to thank all of the community leaders and people that I have seen that have came here today. Bishops and pastors and clergy, community leaders with respectability in this community. I see them today. And I want to thank them for their presence because this family needs strength right now. Thank you and God bless you.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I think you can imagine.
Okay, I want to pause right there, guys, because I gotta say it. I sat through this press conference. The version of this press conference you just heard, I sped it up and I had it taken out all the pauses because it was longer to sit through. And I knew that you wasn't going to want to sit through that press conference. But I got to tell you right now, folks, I don't feel good about this. I'm not talking about the case. I'm talking about Minister Dominic Alexander. This case is too important. This young man's life is hanging in the balance. And I hope that the family, the Anthony family, sees this video. I don't know how to make it happen. They need to strongly consider severing ties from this man. You do not take this opportunity in this forum and lay out personal grievances. You don't respond to trolls during press conferences. If you do, you speak for you say one line. Do not listen to the trolls. The trolls are liars. And then you continue your press conference. You do not spend time going back and forth with trolls. You do not address bogus allegations by trolls. Folks, I understand that the Next Generation Action Network, I understand that they're an advocacy organization that works with people in the community, that they're providing logistics support and some type of media engagement or whatever. I understand. I want to look and see exactly what's the purpose of having them and what they do. They are not legal representation. They're a protective advocacy-focused ally, helping them navigate public scrutiny, ensuring their safety and pursue justice in Carmelo's legal case while addressing broader social and racial dynamics. What they appear to be is trouble. Folks, if someone's going to come up and advocate for you, they have to be able to advocate for you in a way that is not detrimental to your case. And I don't feel that they're able to do that. As I sat back and watched this, I thought the only saving grace was the mother. Now, if this person, Minister Dominic Alexander, was an effective advocate, why do I leave this press conference saying, woo, thank God that sister talked? Because without her talking, this is a colossal failure. She saved the day. And that's not the way it should be. I hate to say it, because I've never had this feeling, But I swear, I was thinking, where the hell is Benjamin Crump? At least when Benjamin Crump talked, I don't feel as if, thank God, I'm so glad the mother spoke. I've never had that feeling. And that's how I know this person does not seem ready for prime time. And this ain't got nothing to do with him. I don't know him. I don't know Minister Dominique Alexander, who went so far to tell us, I'm a work in progress and you can come for me. This type of talk. This young man's entire life is hanging in the balance. You don't need somebody that's trying to get their life together, working as an advocate for the young man when they ain't got their life together. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what options were presented to the family, the Anthony family, Miss Kayla Hayes, the dad, or Carmelo. But I can tell you, in my heart of hearts, man, I just do not feel confident in the present level of advocacy that I'm seeing from the National Action Network. And then when I saw this posted on social, it gave me further pause. And this is, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but if it is accurate, if this is accurate, if the pictures of the person in this video here that they've been circulating on social media, if that's accurate, I mean, huh? Maybe this is a foregone conclusion. And everybody already knows about Mr. Alexander's past run-ins with the law. Maybe that's so. Maybe that's true. Maybe everybody already knew it. I didn't know it. And I'm finding it out on social media because it's gone viral. Folks, once again, this is going to be a hard enough case. We have a young black child. We have a black young man who's admitting to unaliving a young white man. That's a hard enough situation to be in. I don't care who you are. I mean, unless he was a celebrity son, a multi-millionaire celebrity son, a famous actor, or some type of notable black icon, this is going to be an uphill battle for this young man and his family. What they do not need is this. So I gotta wonder, what are we thinking? Last thing, folks. When I heard Minister Dominique Alexander invoke this language of, the current occupant of the White House, that's what sealed the deal for me. This is not an opportunity for you to do politics from the podium. This is not a good look. This is not what's necessary. This is not what's helpful. We don't need that type of rhetoric. This is not about Democrats and Republicans, right? This is about what's going on in this case, which you do not have the authority to even talk about. So I don't know why you would even bring that up. And all it does, to me, is be a big, humongous, unnecessary, unhelpful, frivolous distraction. All I'm saying, folks, is I support Carmelo Anthony because I support that this young man defended himself, and though I wish this young man could have had another alternative, I still feel at the end of the day, it results in the aggressor's hand. The aggressor is the one that ultimately has to be the one that's held responsible for the outcome. And I feel the aggressor was Based on everything that I've seen so far, I feel the aggressor was Austin Metcalf. Rest his soul, that's how I feel. And based on that, and based on the way our media operates, and based on behalf of the way the conservative, lying, independent media has been operating, it only gives me more gas in the gas tank to continue my coverage on this story and to double and triple down on my support for Carmelo Anthony. But I will not say I support the direction I see things going, and nor do I support the way this press conference was handled and the way it was structured. I think that Minister Dominique Alexander leaves much to be desired. And if he really cares about Carmelo Anthony, which I assume he does, I wish he would do some soul searching and decide if he's the optimal person to represent this young man at this crucial time. Because I don't think he is, folks. And it's not all based on the past record. It's based on his handling of the press conference itself and taking this opportunity with the entire world watching to let this be about him and his grievances. I mean, you literally are naming trolls. Trolls. Literally naming trolls from the press conference. Online trolls we should not know. And then taking a shot at the President of the United States. For what? How can that help you in Texas? How is that helpful in a red state to take a swipe at Trump during a press conference that's got nothing to do with Trump? How can that be considered smart? It's not smart. And that's what an advocate is supposed to be. An advocate's supposed to be level-headed where the parents may not be level-headed. An advocate's supposed to be even-keeled when the parents who are going through such a stressful time may be overly emotional. You know, and everybody understands that. Why do you come out seeming overly emotional? You almost broke the damn microphone on the podium. You so angry. Nah, man. Anthony family, Kayla Hayes, and brother, the father, whose name I don't know yet. Please reconsider. Please reconsider operating with this man at the helm. Maybe he can assist you from afar. Maybe he can assist you in a way behind the scenes. Maybe he can provide security, but have somebody else speak. He said this was the first and last press conference. Please make it the last with him at the helm. Our support, well, I can't speak for the Black community, but I can say a large amount of the community, not just the Black community, but people that want justice. They want to see justice happen in this case. And we do support you getting justice. And I would just hope that you see what we saw. I would hope that you would sit back and watch the footage for yourself. Maybe, perhaps maybe, Minister Dominique Alexander is a little bit in over his head. And at a time like this ain't the time to learn on the job. This is not the time to be figuring it out. Okay. All right. Not a time for a personal sub-speech. It was embarrassing, and you can't have that right now. You cannot have it. Okay, guys, let's move on. You know what? I want to play their new lawyer. Let me play the new lawyer's remarks because I've never played his remarks where he talks about misinformation and some of the threats that have been coming the way. Because they were saying that the Anthony family went and took money and spent it frivolously, that they are living it up and partying up, which only works with conservatives because that's what they think about Black Americans. And that's the point I really want to get to. The smears that have been made about the Carmelo Anthony family did not need substance, did not need evidence for these people because they already see Black people that way. The smears worked so well because these people are already predisposed to believe that's what Black people do. So they don't need evidence. They don't need you to prove it. That's why lying Rob Smith from Turning Point USA, and lying Officer Tatum from Turning Point USA, and all the white folks like The Gathering or whatever his name is, all of these entities, these mediocre, conservative, fake news people like Benny Johnson and the like, this is why they could smear. They could smear the Anthony so well, so easily, because their audience already has a stereotypical belief of how Black people conduct themselves and what Black people are. So they didn't need to be convinced, and they didn't need evidence. They already drew their conclusions once they saw their skin. Once they saw the color of the people, they drew their conclusions about their station in life, if they were successful, if they had money, and what kind of people they were. If Carmelo Anthony was a good student, if he had parents that lived together, and if they had a home of their own or a car of their own. See, they already drew conclusions in their minds because they already figure out. They've already decided what Black people are, who they are, and that we're not individuals. That we are the worst common denominator of whatever idea they have in their heads. And I just want to make sure that everybody that watches me is watching this and they understand that when I say we got to get out of the Democratic Party, I do not mean to go join the likes of Rob Smith, of Brandon Tatum, of Charlie Kirk, of Benny Johnson. No. And now you see exactly why I've been so adamant to reinforce that idea, to continue to make sure people understand that I'm not saying become a Republican. I'm not saying go join up with these folks. These people do not care about Black America. They are anti-Black. Anti-Black. Okay, let's go to that lawyer as he speaks.
Imagine the press coverage on this case has been immense.
Next on deck.
Capable leaders and
Kinds of insane.
thank them for their presence. And God bless you.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I think you can imagine the press coverage on this case has been immense, and the online and public reaction has been immense. And unfortunately, as is common in our culture, especially lately, the vitriol and the public reaction one way or the other has been intense. And threats and talk of race war and all kinds of insanity isn't good for, obviously, the Anthony family. It's not good for the Metcalf family. It's not good for the peace and safety of our community. So, I would ask, and I know both sides would ask, that the temperature on this be allowed to come down, that, the media, you guys have a job to do, and I understand that, everyone does, but, at the same time, we just ask everyone in the public and everywhere to let this.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I didn't see a
And this is the judge. This is the Honorable Miss Tucker, Angela Tucker. She's on the right hearing the black in the white shirt or white blouse.
Female in my hometown that was an attorney until I was in law school, and went back to intern, and certainly not a person of color. And so now when we can have, summer interns come up and they are every race, creed, color, gender, but they can see someone that looks like them on the bench, I think that is so beneficial because it's representation. And when they look at me, young kids, law students, whoever it is, I want them to say, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Next on deck with.
Okay. They had a field day with that one, right? Because, of course, if a black woman or a black man talks about being the first or anything like that, they say they're not qualified. So they keep us out by telling us we're not qualified. There's no way you're qualified because you're black. That's what they think when they see you. And then when you get in and you say, wow, I'm here, and and this is good for black people to see, they say, see, not qualified. They don't say qualified based on grades. They don't say qualified based on intellect. They just say qualified based on color. It is what it is. All right, guys, let's go to the comment section, man. I think tonight should just be about this one topic because where am I going to go after this? I feel like I'm emotionally, it's all the fires here. Let's see what my people are saying, man. What's going on, y'all? Anybody with any comments on it? X is in the building. Thank you, X. Did you hear about the case in Allison case? Yeah, I covered it yesterday, Josh. And I put out a separate video about it today. Please cut on your notifications. I put out the separate video about that the case in Allison case with Joe Ramirez, who was unalived by by Cason Allison. This happened about 2 years ago, and it's currently in the courts. I think today is day 3 of the trial. And it's funny. We got a lot of black and white conservatives complaining about the bail being reduced for Carmelo Anthony when in the same state of Texas. And that's what's so interesting about it, Josh. Thank you for bringing it up, Josh. What's so interesting is that we have a case that's very similar, where 2 teens get into a fight in the bathroom and one of the teens stabs the other teen 4 times. He dies. And his bail was reduced to less than Carmelo Anthony's bail. Now, I don't know about you, but I think if someone stabs someone 4 times instead of 1 time, I would think the intention seems a little bit more direct, right? It's the same state. Very rarely is it the same state. Sometimes we look at that stories, like when we compare Daniel Penny, I compare Daniel Penny in New York to what's happening in Texas, different laws. So it gets a little difficult. But we have 2 teenagers, both cases are teenagers. One was at a school, one is at a school similar event at a track and field away from the school. But they both involve a knife. And they're both charged with the same charge. And they both have the same initial bail. But the difference is the perpetrator or the person who's being the accused is white. Cason Allison is a white teen. And Carmelo Anthony is obviously a black teen. And if you look at it from the outside, that appears to be the major difference. Also, the fact that I didn't see what they were threatening the life of the judge that reduced the bail of Cason Allison. I didn't see that. They're threatening Angela Tucker, Judge Angela Tucker. Her life has been threatened for reducing the bail of Carmelo Anthony. It's reduced, but it's still higher than Cason Allison's bail was. See what I'm saying? So the supporters of the Metcalfs are threatening the life of the judge who was actually more strident with Carmelo Anthony than the judge for Clayton Allison was, even though Clayton Allison seemed like he was more determined to end life. But what, it's just, you can't just dismiss it and say it means nothing. It happened in the same state. Different judges, same state. Same laws apply. So anyway, interesting stuff. Mr. Metcalf was at the press conference, disrespectful. Absolutely. He should have been anywhere else but there. He has hatred. He still hasn't learned yet. Yeah, I got a feeling some things are going to come out during this trial that he doesn't like, that are going to make, that are going to make him look a certain kind of way. That's what I believe. I believe there are things that went on in that household with the Metcalfs back when they were together, when they were a family unit, that are going to come up. And I think it's going to be some exposing done of that father to a certain degree. That's what I believe. Got no proof, I just got a funny feeling. You don't see no black congressperson or Senate person standing up for us. They all sad bootlicks. We need anti-black hate crime bill. Well, Jansen Crockett be standing up for us, don't she, when she go on her rants? She a black woman, right? She be standing up for us. You trying to play victim knowing he has a bad past. Yeah, he does. And yeah, he's trying to play victim. He's going to cause a major war. Yeah, I can see in his eyes that, and I know that's bad, right? That sound kind of borderline suspect to say that, but I just felt I could just see in him something that I thought would make him a powder keg. And it's proven to be the case. And what's worse, independent media, man, just trying to make money, they do not care what happens. I think on the low, some of them are fanning it on. They would love to see a catastrophe. Yeah. The quartering. That's the name of it. The quartering. I saw this one. I see some horrible conservative media, man. It's bad, man. I don't know who's worse. I thought the progressives were worse. And I got to say, man, I'm sorry. The conservative independent media is the worst media. Wow. They have no regard for facts. They have no regard for truth at all. They don't know the truth and go the other way. Looks like somebody already got on his A. I don't know. Man. It's bad. Joe became a YouTube member. What's up, Joe? How you doing, fam? And I tell you, man, there was a part of me that I didn't want to come hard out here and say all these things about Minister Dominique Alexander. But I don't know if my voice will travel. And if it's possible that my voice will travel, if somehow the parents get to hear this, I would love for them to consider it. Because I truly feel that what's going on in this case is way too important. And if I'm thinking it, I'm sure some other people think it. It's not from a position of hate. I have no hate for Minister Alexander. I have no hate for that brother. But I was not impressed. I just wasn't impressed, y'all. And I need to be impressed. I need to be impressed with you if you come out and you advocating on behalf of a young man whose whole life is hanging in the balance. I need to be impressed. I need to go away going, wow, that brother's on top of game, man. Wow, that brother was sharp. Man, he delivered that. Instead, I'm going, woo, glad he stopped talking. Oh, I'm glad that mother spoke. And that is not the way I should feel after your press conference. You called the press conference. How's the mother whose son is looking at life in jail, how's the mother more composed than you? Spread wealth. The bad part is people like Benny Johnson and Officer Tatum will not apologize for the misinformation. Nope. And what's even worse is their audience will now hold them accountable. They won't lose people. They'll grow because of it. Get what I'm saying? To me, that's the worst part. It's one thing that people get to get away with being bad people. They get to get away with doing the wrong thing. But when they have an audience that won't hold them accountable, when they actually benefit from doing the wrong thing, that's when you really got problems, baby. Yeah, you really got problems. When the system don't correct for it, when the system allows it, when the system rewards horrible activity, when it rewards lying, that's when you got a system that's built for failure. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the negative comments on Platform X. It's sad they hide behind those screens. Yeah, they do that. They do that for real. The media is dumpster juice, landfill material. Absolutely. The dad's about to pop buttons. The dad's about to pop buttons. I believe it. The family should sue every news outlet for defamation of character. Ira Gordon says Next Generation Action Network is BLM with a new coat of paint. Go to their About section on their website. See, that's... Yo, man. I didn't go to their website. And I believe it. I can tell you're right. Just by the rhetoric that he used on the stump, I can tell that you're absolutely right. People got to understand, it's a new era. It's a new era. It's a new era. Those days are over. We're not going back to it. Ira says, I'm from Texas. Here's a history lesson. Research the lynching of Ted Smith of 1908 in Greenville, Texas. Greenville is 50 miles from Frisco. Now you know what type of white people you're dealing with. Ira. Keep it 100, Ira. Thank you, Ira. Black Mamba's back. Thank you, Black Mamba. Give it up for Black Mamba, y'all. It's good to see you, Black Mamba. I hope that your family is well. And we are pulling for you. You know that, right? We're pulling for you, sister. Thank you for doing all that you do. That judge didn't say anything wrong. You just had those women ride the space for 10 minutes for nothing. They said similar things. Yeah, I get what you're saying. She didn't say anything wrong, but you know they're using that. And I get what she's saying. She said that when she was coming up, she never saw a black woman on a bench. And she thinks it means something to represent, so people feel included. So they don't feel like everything's against them. I don't think that's a bad statement at all to make. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say, I'm unqualified. I don't know anything. She said, it feels good to represent and hopefully make other people feel more comfortable as they deal with the system. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. I'd have to look at how she rules. I don't know. But I get what she was saying. And I don't have a problem with what she said either. I live in the real world. I never said representation didn't matter. It's not the only thing, right? It's something, but it's not everything. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the Democrats, they make it everything. It's not everything, but it is something. Sexy D became a YouTube member. Give it up for Sexy D, y'all. And I hope somebody can get the word to the to the Anthony family, man, and let them know what I said, man. Or somebody tell them. I'm sure it's gonna be a consensus. Like some of us got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that won't be able to say it because they don't want to talk badly about Minister Dominique Alexander. But see, nah, man, we got a 17-year-old whose life is on the line. We got to call it real. We can't pull punches, man. We can't pull punches. It's too serious. You don't have to tell us, Curtis. Just get. Get. You don't have to say peace. Just leave. Yeah. What is wrong with people, man? Hey, I'm here. You didn't know I was, and now I'm leaving. Okay. I don't understand people at all, man. Get. I haven't enjoyed reading your comment. I enjoy listening to you, Tim, but this is where we gotta part ways because I disagree. Man, if you don't get your frail ass off my chat room, get out of here. I don't rock with lames. I don't like lame people. Get out of here. I don't need cowards in the foxhole. Yeah, if we can't disagree and you still respect me, get out. You know, I don't rock with people that are so. Look, if I go somewhere with my friends, this is how I was raised. This is how it is, guys. And sometimes it gets me in trouble because I end up standing behind people who don't deserve it. It's happened to me more than once. But I was raised a certain way, and that is, if I came with you, I leave with you. If we came together, we leave together. If we show up together, we all got to go home together. We don't have to be friends next week, but we going to make it back. And if I say I rock with you, I rock with you. If I say we friends, we friends. And if I say I got your back, I got your back. It takes a lot to lose my friendship. That's just how I am. I know it's not that way. Like, it's really not operated under the same type of spirit anymore. People do all types of shady things now, and they still look in the mirror. People do all types of crap these days. I don't co-sign it, man. I don't know, like, I don't know what's wrong with people, but I don't want to change. The last thing I would do, like if I, for instance, let's say there's somebody who I value their content, I value them as an entity, and I feel a closeness or an awareness with that person. If I disagree with them, I'd be quiet. Because I would not need to say I disagree with them. If I felt they were doing something unscrupulously, that would be a problem for me, I'll be honest. And then I might come to them privately and be like, yo, I don't understand why you felt this way. If I felt it was that important. But what I would never would be go to them publicly and be like, hey, I'm out of here, man. I rock with you. I love what you talk about, but I'm out of here. Like, I would never do nothing lame like that. I don't understand where it came from. I don't know what's in the water. I'm just Gen Z. I guess Gen Z, we came up different. Like I said, yeah. Yeah, but I could sense something about Alexander. Maybe that's what it was. It was the BLM in him. Yeah, I don't like talking points. Talking points don't camouflage that you gave a bad press conference. Talking points and you black does not negate that you settling personal grievances when your job is to advocate for those people whose lives are in the balance. It's at the end of the show. This is my show. And I could rock and have a couple words about Main Man who just left that embarrassing comment. But if I was at a press conference, I would not be talking about that guy who left that comment. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And that's basically what Minister Dominique Alexandria did. He was at a press conference to the United States of America about a case that's front page news, and he was talking about people on Facebook and people on X, and he named them. And they're sitting home going, yay, thank you. And that means he's lame. You know what I'm saying? That's how goofy he is. Do you realize the person that he was shaming, that he was calling out, was on X 20 minutes later going, hey, I'm the one he was talking about. Growing exponentially. Not only was his complaint ineffective, he just gave them nitroglycerin in their gas tank. Man, people crazy, man. Yeah. In my opinion, based on what you know, how was Melo not guilty? In your opinion, based on what you know, how is he not? I think he defended himself, M. That's how. I think based on the information that I've seen, he was in defense of himself. I think if you are the aggressor and you lay hands on someone and they ask you not to lay hands on them, I think you're the aggressor. People have a right to defend themselves against aggressors. A court of law will determine if its defense was proportional. But there's no doubt about it, there was somebody in someone's space. And I don't mean under the damn tent. I mean physically. Hell, even the twins said that the brother put hands on Carmelo Anthony. No one said Carmelo Anthony stalked him, walked over to him, or attacked him. So that's why. You're welcome, sir. Yeah, when you're the aggressor and you pull up on people, if you didn't know that person had a gun, that's something you should have. You know, if you go after somebody and you were just didn't think enough to consider it's possible they had a weapon, you shouldn't have been going after them. You know, it's not their fault you didn't come strapped. It's not their fault you didn't think before you attacked them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Why are you attacking people? So that's the kind of logic I have, sir, because I come from a place in a time you didn't put your hands on people because you could get shot. I know it's 2025, but it seems like same rules apply. I mean, you know, I'm in Maryland, D.C. area. It's all kinds of gangs here. That'd be a good way to get deleted. We got MS-13, we got Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, Disciples. We got all types of gangs. Skinheads, all types of stuff here. I live in the nation's capital, man. Maryland is real close. Maryland got all types of folks, man. One thing you do not want to do is go laying hands on people that you don't know. That's how it is here. I don't know where you're from, M. But yeah. Anytime you do that, man, it's a crapshoot, man. It's like, I'm not saying it happened all the time, but what I'm saying is like, it's like playing Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing Russian roulette, brother. Yeah, so that's how he's not guilty. And I'm not a court of law, but a court of law will decide, and hopefully we can get a fair trial. What's going on, people? Anybody else? Anybody else? That mom had to clean up his mess. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She had to clean up his mess. And that's not what she should have to do. She should not have to do that. I'm glad she did it, but that's supposed to be his job. He's supposed to clean up her mess. And I'm sure that the Anthonys are having some conversations. Things may be changing real soon. All right, folks. I don't want to keep y'all, man. That's all I got for tonight. Lois Jones said everybody can get it. Fam, I don't know where these people are raised at, Lords. Am I a dinosaur, Lords? Why does it seem like people don't understand? It's basic. If you jump out there, I'm saying if you jump out there at somebody, I don't know. I don't understand what people are thinking, man. I don't know. You know? And I'm not saying people, like, if you got a bad temper. You know, I had a temper when I was a kid, when I was a young person, but I had to learn quick. Because you'll lose your life out here. You will. I don't know, Lawrence, what is wrong with people? Why do people think that these rules that I'm talking about are crazy? You know? Oh, God. Oh, Donna C. You tripping, Donna. Donna, hey, Donna, you are too real, sister. You are too real. I appreciate you. Lord have mercy. Double thumbs up to that. No doubt, Dream Cafe. Thank you, Dream. Wow. I agree, from California. Keep your hands to yourself. Family, you listen to people. Look, guys. I was in California. I've been to California one time. I was invited on the Dr. Phil show for a video I did that went viral. This is back like 2015. First time on a plane. I've been on a plane since then. A few times, right? But my very first time on a plane was going to California. I went to California. I'm in LA. I decided I want to take the train. And, you know, I went to the boardwalk. I'm by myself. Dr. Phil at CBS Studios didn't give me didn't let me bring somebody with me. So I'm by myself, right? I had a hat. It was a Yankees hat. It was a dope Yankees hat. I love that hat. It was gray and it was orange, right? And I just had an outfit that went with that hat. I love that hat. I was on the subway train. I was going back to my hotel. A brother came up to me. He said, "You ain't from here, are you, bro?" I said, "Nah, man. How you know?" He said, "The hat, bro." I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, man. You want to take that hat off, bro. Don't wear that hat here in LA, bro." I said, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I sat there for like 10 seconds, and then I took that hat off, put it in my bag. He may have been punking me. But I didn't want to take that chance. I'm in LA. I'm by myself. I'm on a train. This brother apparently knows more about LA than me. I listened. Maybe nothing would have happened. Maybe it would have. You understand what I'm saying? I was a grown-ass man, right? I was 40. I was a grown-ass, very grown-ass man. But I still listened to that young dude that told me, "Hey, don't wear that. Take that fitted off, dog. Take that Yankee hat off." I don't know. Maybe there's gangs that rock the Yankee hat in LA. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. But I know I didn't wear that damn hat. So if I can do it, you can do it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Never be too cool to listen. Never be too grown to take advice. Particularly if it don't cost you no money. It didn't cost me a damn thing to put the hat away. He didn't say, give me $100. He didn't say, go to ATM and withdraw some money and give it to me. He just said, cuz, you need to take that hat off, man, for real. Don't wear that here. Don't do that. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There it is. Why take the chance? Exactly, Herschel Reed. Why take the chance? I practice what I preach. And look, they say, you don't get old being no fool. I think it was Richard Pryor said, you don't get old being no fool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But a lot of young people, they don't make it to be old because they don't listen. Take heed. So say, look, you ain't get big you. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I look, I didn't know. You gave it to Dr. Phil like me. Yeah, he schooled me, man. I had no idea, fam. Maybe it was the colors. I have no idea, fam. And you know what? Look, he didn't look like a teacher. It wasn't a class, so I didn't get a chance to ask him like the history lesson and shit. But I knew something. I'd say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take his word for it. There you go. I would have taken the hat off too. That's all I'm saying. And if someone say, hey, keep your hands off me, like dog, that is basic. Keep your hands off me. Don't touch me. Don't hit me. These are easy things. These are easy requests. These are GED level requests. Anybody can adhere to that. To not adhere to that, it shows a lack of respect for that person as a human being. Because Carmelo Anthony was asking you not to do something to him. The guy on the train was telling me not to do something with my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really benefit him, right? It didn't benefit the guy on the train to help me out. But Carmelo Anthony was making a request or a demand, I should say, of something he was clearly entitled to make, which is, don't put your hands on me, and if you hit me, you're going to find out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when somebody say you ain't from... Yes, my brother. Yes, true line. When someone say you ain't from around here, are you? Hey, don't get no look. I ain't get arrogant. I was a long way from DC, fam. All I know is, hey, I'm by myself, and I don't know the terrain, and I'm willing to listen, bro. I'm willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? He'll say, hey, man, let's go in this dark alley, and I want to show you something. Nah, he'll say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got, let's give me a ride. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. He told me something. He gave me a suggestion for my own well-being. You know what I'm saying? It didn't put me in a compromising position. I lost nothing by trusting him, but I stand to gain my life. That's all. Respect my human rights. That's all I'm saying, fam. He said he said his cousin got pressed. Hold on a second. My cousin got pressed for the color truck he was driving out there. He's a truck driver. Oh, man. That's crazy. What he got to do? Pay this whole damn truck? Damn. That's cold, man. He can't even drive there? That's crazy. And see, that's why I got a problem with the conservatives, man. some things I get, like some things with conservatives I understand. Other things, this denial, the denial of issues that we have in the country, like they wanted to deny racism. That's crazy. You know, I was covering stories where Amazon workers were told not to deliver certain areas because it's dangerous for them. Certain Black Amazon workers have been told certain routes they can't deliver on because it would be unsafe for them to deliver. And these are areas with the poor whites. But you'll have conservatives who deny that racism even exists. They'll say, that's bogus. They'll say, Black people got it easy. Yeah, well, all I know is there are certain routes that Black folks are told not to ride because the company doesn't want the liability if you get hurt. Because they, on their map, they know incidents have occurred where Black people have been hurt or harassed in that area. And we'll have conservatives who deny reality. They'll deny what I'm saying. They have no proof to deny it. They'll just deny it because it cost them something. As if it cost them something. It's crazy. And see, that to me it don't make sense. And yeah, and typically I talk about the progressives and what the progressives do. But hey, man, I got to start. This whole incident has reminded me, I can't get conservatives an easy way out. I can't do it. I can't get them an easy way out because they horrible. I've never seen such horrible. Jorge says, go to Arkansas. You'll find out racism is alive and well. Look, Jorge say, go to Arkansas. You'll find out racism is alive and well. It's alive and kicking. It ain't on no respirator either. It's walking around. It's jogging. Doing calisthenics. Jumping rope and shit. Damn, Jorge, that was a good one, bro. Jorge say, man, go to Arkansas, you'll see racism is alive and well. It's at the club dancing and shit. Out and about. It ain't in hospice either. It's out and about living its best life, huh? Jorge said, racism is living its best life in Arkansas right now. Spry. Running laps. Donna C said, Donna C said, go to Mississippi. Racism meet you at the gate, don't it? Donna, racism meet you at the gate. Racism be like, what's up? You never get to the door. You get to the door at the same time racism do. You open the door, they open the door. How you doing? How you doing? Hit you with the how you doing. Oh, man, I believe it. I believe it, fam. In a nation where they had a very cruel institution of slavery, and they have the unmitigated guard to deny America is racist. Yeah, funny face. And they'll say you're a liar if you bring it up. You're race baiting. Well, look, guys, I appreciate y'all. I got to go, but I've got nothing but love for you. Remember, guys, like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Keep your cornbread, fam. Look, you're either a hammer or a nail. Ira says, taking the head off in LA is a common story. A Houston rapper by the name of Mike D had to do the same. He's a street dude. He was the one doing a podcast and the gun went off. Bro, I covered that story. Yeah. The facts is have respect. The fact is have respect. That's all I'm saying, fam. Look, man, I got to go, guys. I got nothing but love for you. I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We're gonna end the week with a bang. Have a good evening. Remember, like I always say, don't let nobody take your cornbread. Thank you for being a part of this. Look, join us by going to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. I'm gonna come out with a special members only video this week. I gotta find a topic. But yeah, do that. Don't forget to get a mug. If you want a mug to support the show and fight for politics for the people, hit me up at timblackmug.com. timblackmug.com, y'all. Number love for you. And as always, where are my ladies at? Where are my ladies? Oh, there they go. These my babies right here, y'all. Real talk. All three of them.